Yeah, Luke, nice to kind of get things going on offense, especially after last week.
Yeah, absolutely. The big emphasis, like I said after last week, was just finishing the drives, finishing the end zone. We did a really good job of that. We only had, I think it was one punt all day. Um, really good job by the offensive line. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I didn't get touched after the first possession. Literally did not get touched. Not hit, I didn't get touched. So, tremendous job by them. They deserve all the credit. They opened the running lanes for the running backs, and it's really easy to play quarterback when you're back there and there's no pass rush.
And the running game, how much did that just set everything up, like the Callaway touchdown? I mean, it seemed after you hammered down in the play action, they were just biting after that.
Absolutely. You have to make the defense respect the run game, I think. And when they have to respect the run game, it makes it a lot easier to open up big throws like that with the play action game. Once again, good job by the running backs and offensive line in asserting themselves.
Matt and then Graham.
So when was the last time you played a game and weren't touched for that long?
Yeah, it's been a while. Probably senior year of high school, playing a bad team.
Can you take us through the touchdown to Callaway, the bomb?
Yeah. It's funny because it felt the exact same as last week's throw. So I threw it and I was like, threw it too far again. But this time I threw it to where he could run inside and get it. Last week it was over his outside shoulder, and we harped that this week. We wanted to work on it, miss inside if you're going to miss. But that guy is blazing fast, and he caught up to it. And I thought he was going to catch it and fall, but he kept running. So, it's always nice when there's one-play drives for touchdowns.
Graham.
In your opinion, what happened there after the first quarter when the offensive line seemed to settle down? You weren't facing as much pressure. You could go through your progressions. What happened there?
Yeah, just settling in. I don't want to say nervous, just kind of amped up, almost too ready. But they did a good job at asserting their will and continuing it throughout the game, because it's easy to kind of let off the gas at halftime when you're up like we were. So really good job coming out in the second half and finishing it off.
Ryan and then Gene.
What did Jawan Taylor show you there at right tackle?
Oh man, the Great Wall of Wani. That's what I call him. I mean, he's a stone wall. He has the strongest punch I've ever seen a freshman have. He did a great job. Really physical. Love his mentality. Very blue collar. Really good guy too. 3 lockers down from him. He's a really good guy. Smart. Kind of a puppy. He's so big. It's kind of a weird reference, but he is a freshman, and I'm really happy and proud of him the way he played.
And then Coach Mack was pretty disappointed with that interception. Take us through that play and what you think went wrong there.
Yeah, it was. I threw it a little late. I'm pretty sure it was a 3rd down, and it was a dig coming in. I should have thrown it off of my first hitch, but I hitched again, and the linebacker did a good job of getting depth and width. So he was coming, and I didn't want to throw it straight to him, so I had to throw a little bit behind him, and it got tipped and picked. It's a bad pick by me. I need to be on time or check it down.
Gene.
Luke, could you just talk about it? And I don't know what you're going to see when you look at the game tape, but you just look more comfortable out there today than last week. Even though your numbers were okay last week.
Yeah.
And you also got to do more. It wasn't just bubble screens and short passes.
Right. The way UMass played us, it was kind of limited us, especially being the first game. We weren't really established identity-wise, but I was very comfortable today. The offensive line has a big reason to do with that. It's easy to be comfortable when you're not getting touched. So it kind of turns into 7-on-7, and I like our matchups for sure.
Robbie.
Luke, a lot of improvement between week one and 2. Do you see that kind of a progression going forward, happening each week, getting better every week, the offense?
Yeah, definitely. That's the goal. You need to get better every week. The championship teams, SEC championship teams, national champion teams, they get better every week. They're a completely different team performance-wise the last week of the year compared to the first week of the year. We did a really good job improving from week 1 to week 2, and we need to do a better job of improving from week 2 to week 3.
Ryan.
Luke, do you feel you proved anything with the deep balls and the big plays, and even the one to Powell that wasn't a catch in the end, but that you were able to take it downfield like that?
Yeah, I definitely wanted to capitalize on the shot plays, because last week we had them. I either missed them or we got a little loose or I didn't see it. I'm really happy that we got to capitalize on those big plays, and it puts a lot of stress on the defense because, do they blitz you? Because if they blitz you, you got to throw it over their head. If they play soft, we're going to run it because we established the run so early. So I thought really balanced offensively today, and the game plan reflects that. I mean, really good game plan. You don't score, was it 45? 45 points just by playing hard.
That was the one criticism fans had last week. Though. Does any of that get to you? Do you hear that when people were talking about the lack of the big play and all that stuff last week?
No, I don't really listen to it, but you're playing and you're like, God, I'm throwing it like 3 yards every play. But you can't get frustrated. It's just every game's different. Every game kind of evolves different. You have to have mental endurance and toughness to not get frustrated and force balls just because we need to get a shot and you just throw it. That's how those bad picks happen.
Edgar, and then Zach.
Just how much pressure does it take off you two with the defense playing like it did?
Oh, man. Oh, the defense, I mean, they had 76 yards late in the fourth quarter, I think, total. 3 picks, fumble. They're unbelievable. They are definitely, I'm really happy that I don't have to play against them. I did all of last year on scout team, and it was not fun. I think we have the best corners in the game, Quincy and Tease. They do a tremendous job. And it's not like they just show up and play. That whole defense does such a good job preparing, and Coach Collins does a great job implementing game plans every week.
And the other thing, Tabor, just what is he? I mean, what did he? The life they breathed into that defense today. I mean, it was like it looked like a totally different secondary, honestly.
Yeah.
Last week, giving up big plays. The guy, I think he had 4 touchdowns last week. He had 10 yards today.
Yeah. Their offense is very explosive. We saw that on the film. They take a lot of shots and they hit a lot of shots. So, having him back just kind of got everybody to relax. Hey, we have all of our pieces back. Injuries are going to happen. You don't want suspensions to happen, but they do sometimes. They learn from the experiences, but it's nice to have him back, and so everybody's kind of in the right place.
Zach.
Luke, sorry if you already answered this, but most passing yards by a Florida quarterback in an SEC game since 2004. Obviously, a pretty ecstatic thing to be proud of. But seeing McElwain after the game, obviously pleased in your performance, but not satisfied. Points to the pick and the couple things. What is it like for you to have a coach like that just has such a high standard and is always having you, aim higher?
I love it. I love it. If I want somebody to pat me on the back, I'd go ask a fan or look at Twitter. I want to be coached. I want to be coached hard. I want to be expected to make every play because I know I can make every play. It's just being consistent, having good decision making, being smart with the ball, and taking the shots when they are there. And we took the shots when they are there, but I need to get a few more completions here and there. And he's right, the pick was my fault.
Zach, before we go, we got Cam and Colin Johnson in the back. Zach, go ahead.
And then as a follow-up, this is obviously a game where you guys can feel good about it afterwards, but is this something also where you guys should kind of expect to win like this, and this is what it should look like?
We definitely have expectations for every game, and the expectation is to win. The expectation is to play at a high level, and we did that today. But there isn't like we should win this game, we might lose this game. No, it's every week is its own week, and we can beat anybody. We can beat anybody in the country. If we play the way that we played today and tighten a few things down. So no, it's more of a week by week thing.
Thanks, guys.